Oh mate, it's a nice morning. It's not raining. Oh, I'm stoked. Just seeing that right now gives me a good feeling. A new hope. Use the force, look. Use the force to overcome the rain and the darkness. Oh, it looks good to me. It looks good to me. It's not cold. And it ain't raining yet. It's supposed to be sunny today. We're gonna have a lazy morning. Lisa's gonna wash all of our clothes and tumble dry them all. I'm gonna sort all the gear out. Gonna make us a nice breakfast later. This afternoon we're gonna drive the top part of Scotland from Durness along to Groats. And then we're going to ride down to Wick, see Viva, Robbie Anderson. Highlight of the trip for me, can't wait. Lisa's looking forward to meet him too, meet his family. Who knows from there.
Oh, that's my death prayer for you to take along. Oh, that's my death prayer for you to take along. I left my death prayer for you to take along. And so I left my death prayer for you to take along.
Breakfast, cold sardines for this fella. Oh, I know you. Come on, who's coming up this bit? Play with knives.
So I said to Mark last night, I think we should stay here. Let's just get all this washing done, take advantage of all the facilities. And you know what? It was just quite nice. Like, I'm always asking Mark, but I'm just not a natural camper. Everything I do is like, you're doing that wrong, Lisa. And I kept that back on, picked all the washing up, and you just think, this is my area of expertise. You do not have to tell me what to do. Mark's packing up the tent and we are heading to Groats. I must admit, it was a little bit dodgy last night. I really hate it when you get them days when it just feels a little bit daunting. I know when we arrived, we spoke to a couple of biker guys that just looked like they were just had such the ump where the weather was so rainy. And everyone, you just literally everything seemed to have got wet, which has never happened before. But I start to get worried, like, I'm just not a natural camper. I'm like what you call a fair weather camper. I'm fine if it's a bit sunny, sit outside the tent, little sunbathe, it's all quite nice, but it was harsh. We literally were in the rain from 9 o'clock in the morning. I'm trying to think what time we got here, like 4, 5 o'clock. And I could tell it's not a problem for me, because obviously if I was on my own, I just wouldn't camp. I know my limitations. Like I could do it, as you say, it was all very nice. But when the weather's that bad, I just really rely on Mark, and you just think like, and he looked like he was starting to struggle. He was singing at the top of his voice. I thought, oh, he's going a bit psycho on me now. I know that he's getting really cold. But you know, like, what I hate is when you arrive at the campsite and you're just dripping, and I literally just want to lay down on the floor and just give up. You know, and you think, I just don't want to play this game anymore. I just can't think of what to do. Like, I'm just not an action girl. Mark is an action person, and he always just like, he just looks after me with that sort of thing. Or let's just face it, I'll just be in a hotel. If I was on my own, I wouldn't do this. I just, you know, and you just get there and you think, what? You know what I mean? I'll be about half hour trying to just get the poles in the tent. And he knows that. And I think he's just happy that I play along with it. But Mark is just one of them people. I don't know, he just really does dig deep. And but it was just really difficult. I do try and help him, but you know, and I think he just started to get worried about me. And yeah, it was just, I was just getting to that worried stage. Mark is just like the sort of person, like, you know, you always just sort of think, me and the girls always say, so I think he's just used to it. He's got 3 girls. We all rely on him. Like, Mark's not listening most of the time, and until something goes wrong, and then he just jumps into action, and we're just used to that. So it's like, you know, if there was a flood, if there was an earthquake, there was a zombie apocalypse, I'm calling Mark. Do you know what I mean? I just know he always just sorts everything out. When all of us have given up, he doesn't. Do you know what I mean? So, and I just wouldn't know how to cope. So, you know, you just think, oh, when I can see he's struggling, I think, oh my God, don't do that, you know. But no, we made it, and I actually had a lovely night's sleep last night, so it's all good. The day looks a lot better and brighter today, so quite happy. You know, different people are just made differently, but like, when I sort of describe Mark, I just feel like I just feel like he's one of the people that's just like made of grit, you know, like when things get tough, that he just jumps into action. Not so many times when the girls were younger, like if just things went really wrong, you know, and you think, oh my God, like what are we going to do? That's when he comes into his own. I remember once we got stranded out in the snow. The girls were really young, and we went down this track and we just couldn't get our truck back up it. The girls were just crying in the car. They were like only 4 and 6, and the truck, the back end of it was just sliding near a ditch. I was just like froze, you know. You just think, I just don't know how, you know, I just don't know what to do. I just wasn't really brought up like that. We're all us 3 girls really quite feminine, girly girls. You know, I wasn't brought up on a farm where I had to just do stuff. He was jumping out of the truck, getting things, found a bit of old carpet, put it under the wheel. You know, and you just think, like, what manual did you know how to do that? The girls were just like huddled next to me, like, help us, Dad, you know, like really pathetic, no help. He never moans at us or anything like that. He would never say, for God's sake, come on, someone help me. He would never dream of doing that. He would just, girls just stay in the car. So when everything's bad, it's just like, out the way, girls, go and get warm. And somehow he just seems to figure it out, which is pretty good for me.
For a campsite, really bloody nice showers. Really well thought out. A lot of campsites just cheapskate on the shower. Nice shower cubicles, plenty of room, chair in every one, sink in every one, mirror. That's what you want. You want a chair? You sit down, take your bloody boots off. A lot of them don't even have a coat hook. Durness campsite. I'll write the name up because there's a couple. Write it across there. The weather is fine. So we're heading towards John of Groats to get the infamous sign. Alright, thanks for having us, campsite. We are leaving here a lot drier than when we got here. Let's warm the tyres up. It has to be an easier day than yesterday. Lisa's done all our washing, done the tumble drying, and all that stuff. We have warm, fresh clothes. We're not going to turn up at Robbie Anderson's like a pair of scumbags that we've been all week. Even our coats are dried out, boots are dried out. Feeling good. Had a little bacon sarnie earlier. We've took it slow this morning. I'm not sure what the time is now, but I think it's about coming up to 12 o'clock. We've just poodled around like little snails. Really poodled around this morning. I've had a real sort out of the gear, thrown away, cleared out the panniers, got rid of a few tins, feeding Steven Seagulls. Bike's warming up, we're warming up. There's some blue sky, little glimmer, a lot of blue sky to my left actually. This is the only thing we're starting late in the day. A lot of campers and cars, a lot more traffic here, where we're normally the early risers. But it's nice to have a late start. We just got to deal with this little bit of, it's probably just while we're near Durness especially. This is very popular here. It's a popular stop, especially with the van life fraternity. Look at this place. Scotland, you're beautiful again. I take back everything I said about you yesterday. My foul words in dark times. Forgive me. Forgive me for I sinned. I can't remember everything I said yesterday, but I know I said some dark things about the beautiful Scottish countryside. I take them all back. I was just having a moment. I'm back today. My favourite place on earth. Oh, the colour of that sea. I hope it picks up on the camera. It's absolutely turquoise. Just pure magic. This guy just parked in the middle of the road like he hasn't got a care in the world. And who knows? Oh, there's a zip line there. Remember that? That's a nice one. Wait, you idiot. Yeah, that's the thing. Some people, they're called passing lanes for a reason. Seems to be the vans will wait, cars will not wait. Well, most of the time, that's what it seems to be. These passing places, a lot of the cars just think they're going to squeeze by a bike, but we're a big bike. Yeah, most of the vans got the etiquette down. But some of these little cars, this bit here is wide anyway, we're good to go there. But the rule is, or the way it's supposed to go, is if the passing place is near you and there's a car coming, you just pull over. It's so obvious. Some people just don't get it. Also on a bike, I think it's a lot more dangerous to stop quickly because of the gravel. But car people don't know that, obviously. Busy this little section here though. Seen more cars today than we saw in hours yesterday. So if you're watching, remember to like and subscribe, leave a comment, hit the bell and all that spiel. Lovely little river there, nice bridge. No longer looks like Mordor. Mordor is behind us. we made it through those dark times, and hopefully we're heading for Rivendell. I just nipped him to the passing place. He went to shoot the gun there, but I was past mine first. I think that's the way it works. Whoever's past theirs first. Yeah, there's definitely something to be said about heading out early though, as we normally do. Hit the road early. Wow, look at that. Beautiful. What a beautiful picture in front of us. The sea air smells lovely too. It's really fresh. It's warm. What a great day. What a contrast to yesterday. What a complete contrast. It's rather pleasant. Must be really frustrating for the locals. All this tourism. I'm sure, I mean, the people that are earning off it, obviously they love it. But the yeah, no wave off that guy. But the locals who aren't earning off tourism must bloody hate the word NC, or the words North Coast 500. They must hate that. I mean, obviously these roads were always here. Someone just decided to draw a circle around a bunch of them and call it a route. You know, a bit like Route 66, give it, someone probably saw what the tourism happened there and done it to create, and it's worked. It's brought millions of people to Scotland, and particularly this area, these areas around this road. So it's done a great thing. But I'm sure it's a very love and hate relationship with the locals. If you have one of these like romantic quiet cottages out here, and all of a sudden you had thousands and thousands of bikers and giant houses on wheels coming by every day, people dumping shit on the side of the road and emptying their toilets, it would be rather upsetting. We're sharing the road. I'm moving over. Mr. Nice Guy. After the bad start to the day where the guy tried to like have a head on with me, I've chilled again. I've got to found my inner peace once again. Remember tomorrow. This was a beautiful day's ride. We had met more cars and vans on the road than the rest of the trip though. It's a high price to pay for leaving at noon. The stop and start is a drag when one's not used to it, and as you've seen, we did meet some real arrogance. Some of the oncoming traffic just put their feet down on the gas and you have to yield or die. So after a while you have to get used to it. Even my swearing rants got less frequent. Later in the day the roads did thin out once again. We were greeted by some wonderful long straights, roads where one can see for a mile or even more. The huge skies like fantastic oil paintings. Mr. Wind crept up on us. It's open out there. He could really get a pace up with almost no resistance. Mr. Wind was in his element. The scenery on the top of this coastline continually changes. The colours are powerful, dark hills, rich yellows, golden barren openness that begs you to walk or run, to which we did neither. We did stop a few times to film some drone footage, although I've lost all of it. You'll see about that tomorrow. Tomorrow really will be bittersweet. We are both excited to see Robbie Anderson. If you have not seen the video Why I Ride Part 4, you won't know why I'm so excited, so go back and watch it. I don't have time in this video to explain the story over again, but he is a legend and he saved me on the first trip. In fact, Robbie saved the trip, for it would have been over without his skill, generosity and kindness. You know, it's funny, I've only spent an hour, maybe even less, in the company of this good soul that I tell you about. But I feel like I'm en route to see a dear old friend. There was something magical about our meeting. It does not happen very often. In life, we are constantly meeting new folks, interacting with people over and over, from the smallest of encounters to lengthy conversations. Sometimes I talk to people and I feel I just want to kill myself after 30 seconds. Isn't it strange how people can have an effect on you like that? Some people can literally bore you to death if you let them. Don't ever let them. You can opt out politely or you can just be rude, but don't let them waste your time. Time is like angel dust. Save time for those that count. I've not always done this in the past. I'm guilty of wasting so much time on people I should have spared none. I do not do that now. I have zero guilt, but I will not be where I don't want to be. I will not spare words with those that wear me down, leaving me miserable, faded and dragged.
I'm Grant, hi. How you do? How you doing? You alright?
Hi, Lisa.
Yeah, I'm looking alright.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, I've seen some videos of you guys playing. It's a good gig though, yeah?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah.
Good man. Whitcraft.
How are you, bro?
I'm alright, man. You?
Good to see you. Now is this
That's Lisa.
Lisa?
Hiya.
Pleased to meet you. Right, I'll do a Johnny Cash stuff, okay? Alright.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to warm welcome. We got Mark. We got Mark in the house. Come on, man.
That's good. I'll mail you one down because I put one at auction. I thought it was easier on it, right? But I'll mail you one down, right?
Camaro.
Look at who's on it.
The car under there.
I was looking at the
American
number.
fucking hot. Can't believe how much stuff you got here. It's alright, it's really good, it does the job. Yeah. For what we do.
That's what I mean.
The biggest-
That's BMX stump pigs
What are they?
on the back.
On the back. You like your bars wide, didn't you, on that?
I said that. The rest is a touring option, you see. Two pigs come off. That gets bolted on there. Yeah.
Right. You're
That
sorry.
pin goes through. Bang on there. Look. And that's your rack. You've got everything on the back.
Sorry.
We are orca watching. We are staying with Robbie and his wife, Audrey, and she said she's on a special app where it shows you where they've seen orcas coming along. And we're just driven along here, and there's loads of people out with binoculars, and literally could cry, I think, if I see an orca. But look at this, how lovely this coast is. Look at that. That view, the sun. Wow. Very excited. Just had a lovely evening. I've never met Robbie or his wife Audrey. Bless her, they welcomed us into their home. We've been to his workshop, and she just cooked us a really lovely meal.
God, it's beautiful. It's just a beautiful coast. The sun's setting.
Yeah, I heard even if we don't see them, at least.
Yeah, you see that.
Get our last bit of sun. Here we are, waiting for the orca whales to come along. It's tense. This is. Hang on, you've never. You've never done it. Oh, I thought this is like a daily occurrence. No, he's just used to them.
That's it. You see him?